Fuck is on? Oh. All right, guys. Get started here in a sec. Oh, man. Kind of see where we're at. Okay. I'm grab my coffee real quick. I just made it. Hope everyone's doing well. Where's the music? See, buddy? Show hasn't even started yet. Don't rush me. Don't rush this show. Dude, man, I'm telling you, the worst part about getting back and working out is your fucking back. I'll tell you that. He's dialed. He's dialed. Yeah. We'll see how Nasdaq reacts today. Kind of just sat there all night. This resistance really didn't do anything at all. So I put socks on. On a plane back home from England, about to upgrade to first class mid-flight. These gains stay. Amen, brother. Amen. Don't fly first class on American. Shit's ass. All right, let me grab my coffee real quick. I'll be right back. We also post this to Twitter. Keep forgetting to post on Twitter, but coming in hot. All right, give me a sec.
get down. I came to get down. So get down to your seat and jump around.
Jump around.
Jump around. Jump around. Jump up and get down.
We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back.
I'll serve your ass like John McEnroe if your girl steps up.
Arguably one of the most unappreciated, untalked about rap groups of all time, House of Pain. Absolutely phenomenal. Everyone gives Eminem all the white boy credit, but I would say House of Pain paved the way. Dare I say. Let's get to work. Okay. Do I need a haircut really bad? I've been putting it off. I usually get a haircut on my way to get Truth from school, but he's in spring break this week, so I haven't went to get him. Dude, sometimes my camera just seems so bright, like the light on me. Like, let's get to work. Okay. I'm on American right now. Did you have bad experience flying first then? Yeah. Depends what plane you're on though. The plane matters. But yeah, so going into today, I think holding anything into FOMC is risky. I'll say that first of all. I have a position that I'm holding into FOMC. I think it's risky. I've already addressed it being risky too. It's for Discord, but yeah. So be really clear with that. I think Mag 7 names holding into FOMC are kind of crazy. I think mid caps are just interesting, just based on where they're at and how they're moving. Again, like I talked about IWM, I think in the video yesterday. You go into IWM and it was just awful. I mean, like, again, the chart just doesn't look good. Just very, very weak overall. You know, you have to aim for a test of 194, that, 2022, 2023 range, beginning of 2024, to be honest. But yeah, so that's my opinion there. So I'd be watching some mid caps. I think the downside is really interesting, but we'll see there. I don't think there's a lot of reason to start taking unnecessary risk in FOMC, because again, I think you're going to get clean movement after. Could be wrong, but we'll see. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at there. I still don't think, again, like you're seeing a lot of people think that FOMC is going to turn the market bullish. Like the more I'm on Twitter, like people I like, again, it's not shading anybody. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and if we all have the same opinion, I mean, wouldn't really be that interesting. But it's worth mentioning, I don't see it right now. I don't see. I'm trying to rationalize what could be bullish from the Fed to say, right? You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to rationalize. Because again, if they come out and they're super, dovish, they're looking for, continuation from inflation to the downside. Again, why would they wouldn't cut rates, especially if unemployment isn't peaking, hasn't been an issue yet. So again, that's kind of where I'm at. So I just don't see that happening. And then I also think they're going to start addressing Trump. And then again, I just tweeted out this morning, like, dude, crazy. Like literally I woke up, like rolled over, like, what is happening? What is going on? Like, what is this? Right. Trump aides prep new tariffs on imports worth trillions for Liberation Day. I don't even know what Liberation Day is. I thought we had like July 4th. That's not Liberation Day. I don't call it Liberation Day. But anyway, so yeah. QE could be a bullish. That could be, because QT is almost done. That is, hey. That is true. That is true. That is true. That's something that I kind of overlooked, because QT is over. So, yeah, that's true. We'll see though. JP will be cool and collected. We'll say we have time. Again, saying we have time isn't necessarily great. I don't know if that's. Yeah. So. But we'll see. We'll see. There's no reason to jump the gun and get over aggressive. We already know. I mean, you're in all reality right now. I mean, from making a lower low, I mean, like, yeah, you're 300 points away. You know what I mean? But the other part of this is like, yeah, you break this, you're going to drop down another 400 points and probably further than that. So there's no reason to feel like you have to jump the gun here. Where's Bitcoin at? Sitting below the 200. Yeah, I'm telling you. I kind of debated MicroStrategy all day long yesterday. It did hold 281, so thank God I did not get into it. But I still think MicroStrategy is very interesting here. Like, be totally honest, like below 281, this thing's so nice to the downside. So we'll see. Held so far. Robinhood starting to make where you can invest in betting markets. I think Robinhood is. I think I don't know. I don't really think I'm a fan of what Robinhood's doing. You know, you take me back a year ago, and I was a huge fan of Robinhood. You guys know, like, I still have $14, $15. I think it's like a buy, obviously, but like where we're at right now, you need to understand what. And I think it's because they're realizing what's making the company money. Like, I think they're slowly becoming aware of what's making the money. If you go look at their earnings statement, what made them just go look at it for yourself. I've been saying this, right? You went from October's earnings back here, $637 million, to February's earnings of $1 billion. What made that jump was very clear. Again, it was their crypto revenue from November basically into December. Go look at their revenue. It was insane. I think crypto numbers, or revenue numbers from crypto or transactions in general, are down over like 50% quarter over quarter right now. And it's not like they're not making a bunch of money off of options trading. They're not making a bunch of money. Like, that's why they're spending so much money and so much spend on getting people to transfer their long-term accounts over. I get it. I get them from a finance point, because they're, again, the name of the name of the game of these mid caps is growth. Like, you have to grow. And you know, Robinhood's dug themselves into a hole now to where they're growing fast. Like, it's just, that's what's happening. Like, so, I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see if they can say. I think there's no way in hell that they get to $1 billion again this quarter. We'll see. And maybe I'm wrong about the betting markets. Maybe, but I don't see the play personally. Like, I don't know, right? I don't know. I don't want, if I'm trading on, you know, Thinkorswim or Moomoo or whatever, I'm Interactive Brokers, right? I don't really care if they have betting markets, or I don't want them to have betting markets, to be honest. I want them to focus on fucking stocks and investing and have the best product there. I think Robinhood has a really cool product, especially for really new investors. I think it's super simple. I can recommend it to almost anyone and they would understand what they're doing. But yeah, that's my opinion. So, yeah. And I mean, I'll say it from like a marketing standpoint. Like, so if you guys have seen me like on Twitter or on TikTok, I always use Robinhood screenshots as my background, or like just like a quick image if I'm talking about a quick stock and just giving an opinion. I don't have a picture. Like, Robinhood pictures have like authority. Like, you need to understand that too. Like, it doesn't matter if you're a day trader or not. Like, you know what Robinhood is. You know what that back. You've seen it either in, you know, memes, or you've seen it just in general. Like, it's just such a well-known brand and app. And again, I think I don't know, maybe they're diminishing the value of it. It's tough to say, but yeah. But we'll see. If it makes money, then they're going to keep doing it. That's what it boils down to. But again, you want them to focus on making the best stock product that they can. That's the main thing. Like, because again, I still think Robinhood's fills are kind of trash, personally. Like, they are. If I had to go between them and Webull, I'd probably go for Robinhood, but I think Robinhood's really convenient, but they have some really good bonuses. Like, they're like, you know, their transfer bonus, 30% match. It's awesome. So yeah. Tyler, what do you think about the stock market can crash more in FOMC today? I think literally anything's possible here on FOMC today. I'll be live later for FOMC as well. But I mean, right now you're not really doing much. I mean, it's clear as day. Like, you're not doing much. You're just sitting here. This resistance that you made, don't really know what this. I mean, I guess it's right here, but yeah, it's where we're at. You're looking for NASDAQ to make a lower low, get back down below 19.4, 19.35, break down. That's what you're looking for there. There's no reason to overcomplicate it. That's what you want to see. And that's kind of where we're at right now. But yeah, we'll see what Powell says. Someone made a really good point that I totally missed. I was reading about it a few days ago. It wasn't something on the front of my mind. Is quantitative tightening is probably done. They are almost finished with it, and so easing will begin. Hopefully, that's the outlook, and so they'll probably talk about that'll probably be a subject in one of the questions asked. I would be willing to bet money on it. So yeah. So can you teach me how to draw your levels in ES and NQ? We have a lot of stuff on YouTube, so you can check out YouTube. We will open the mentorship up again. We're probably gonna do. I don't know if we're gonna do May. I think we're gonna do May. That's what me and Jay talked about. We're probably gonna do it in May. We're gonna do it won't be lifetime, so someone will be, but it'll be like a 4-week mentorship type thing where you go over the course, and then we go over a lot of shit throughout the day as well, pre-market, things like that. So we'll be doing that later on, taking like a pre-list, but yeah, not right now. Any thoughts on LMT? I don't care about Lockheed Martin or what's the other one? Raytheon. I don't trade those names. Especially options are extremely illiquid and not worth it for me. Yeah, Dow kind of lackluster here in the overnight session. So it's kind of where we're at right now. Meta almost came down to the 200 SMA, slowly broke down, kind of bear flagging here. Amazon doing a lot of nothing. Nvidia, you have a gap fill on there. Nvidia bouncing back up to 117. Decent. Where's Apple? Apple's the big one here. I want to see Apple stay below 214. We'll see though. I wonder if you're gonna bounce here at open. It's a really good, really good question here. Quantitative easing, yeah, it'd be in theory, it'd be bullish. Yeah. Amazon's fine right now. Like, it's not bad. It's not great. Coming back in 194, 195.54. Looking for the gap fill potentially if you start getting upside here today. Still below 200 SMA. Can't do much. Again, anyone I keep seeing people comment on YouTube like, "Hey, like Tyler, why are you going short Amazon?" I'm like, I don't have a short Amazon right now, but yeah, like when you're sitting below like a level like the 200 daily moving average and you're constantly rejecting, like it's one of those things that like I don't know how you could even be like look at upside on. You know what I mean? That's my thing. Like where's the upside? I would love to see it. Like where's the upside? Like viewpoint. I don't, you know what I mean? People are like, oh, well, it's the cheapest it's been value wise in years. I'm like, okay, cool. I can see that. But like, why not buy when you break above the 200 SMA? You're leaving $7, $6 on the table, but the amount of risk after that goes down tremendously. You know what I mean? So yeah, I've been watching Robinhood, Apple, Nvidia. It's the only 3 I'm trading right now. Go off King. Google. Yeah, Google too. Like, I know everyone like wants to buy. If you want to buy Google, just go buy it. Please stop asking me about buying it. I mean, this actually is probably like one of the weakest names out there. This is the 2-hour chart. I kind of can't believe it. Like, it looks like AMD. I think Google's a better buy than AMD. Like, I want to say that right now. I think long term, Google's an awesome play. Like, buy, hold, forget. I mean, I cannot believe you're back at like 20. You're almost back at 2023 levels. Kind of insane to say out loud. So, 160, 150. Definitely a long-term buying spot. Be careful, but it does look really good. AVGO. One sec. AVGO. Yeah, you got to get below 200 SMA or 185 to really care about anything here on AVGO. Back at 189. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, I mean, below 193, I've said, like, you look weaker. Like, you're definitely weaker, but the problem has been, like, you break below 193 and then you gap up. You break below 193, you gap up. What the fuck is going on? So that's kind of been the issue. But, yeah, so you get below 185, you'll test 180, 181. That's what I'd be looking for there. Tyler, I honestly think the stock market crashed 15% more. Do you think it's a possibility? I just react, guys, to the market. I don't. So this is another big thing. Like, if you watch my videos, I promise, like, what I say to you guys is how I view the market. Like, there's no hidden subliminal message. There's no like secret sauce. You know what I mean? Like, I really do view the market like exactly like I tell you guys. Again, there is nothing secret that I use. Okay. 90% of the things, 90% of the time, I watch what is happening out there. I listen to what is being said by the Fed, Trump, etc., and I just react to it. That's it. Like, I don't try to guess. I don't try to predict. I don't. That's not really for me. Now, occasionally, like if I'm having a very good week or month or something like that where I've made a lot of money and I can afford to take a bit of a gamble on something that I really like, then I might do that. I'll be totally honest, right? I might do that, but that's not my focus, right? So I wanted, like, right now with going into earnings, like, or going into FOMC, I'm taking a bit of a risk on a name that I'm short on, right? It's a bit of a risk, but it's okay. It's not that big of a position. It's pretty cheap. Makes sense. Anyways, so when people ask, like, hey, do you think the market could drop 15% more? Like, yeah, in theory, yeah, like anything, like what Kevin Garnett, anything is possible. Like, right? Like, cool. Like, I don't know what you want me to say, but like, I'm not going to just blindly be short here too. Like, that's another big viewpoint. So like going back in like 2022, like let's really view back at this. Cause like, this is a better example of like what a market looks like when it's actually bearish, right? These are just pullbacks. Like these are just short-term pullbacks. I mean, even right now, this could in theory just be a short-term pullback. Like if the right things are said. I don't think it is, but it could be, right? So, I mean, traditionally what happens is you move down, you move up, you move down, you move up, you move down, you move up, move down, move up, right? And you know what I was doing, if you're in like Discord during 2022, like the name of the game for me wasn't swing trading shorts. Like, because I understand too, like you really understand this viewpoint of the market, that traditionally over time, the market goes up. So trying to time a bottom is not going to be your friend. Trying to time a top isn't going to be your friend. But if you're in the mentality of like swing trading and long-term trading and wanting to make like the next move or predict anything, statistically speaking, you have a better chance of betting on the long side than you do of betting on the short side. If you just look at the numbers, like that's just how I view it. So if I'm trading the downside, for me, it's heavily like intraday trades, scalping, and you can make a lot of money. Like I've shown my stats on Top Step, right? I think last month I preached on Twitter, right? It's on Twitter. I literally have stats of this now because Top Step does pretty cool what they do there. Where's it at? Yeah, right here. Short. Okay, great example. I took 206 short positions over like the last 30 days, 43 longs on futures. That's a great visual of intraday trading and how I look at the market. But I'm not taking any swing trades. So again, it's just understanding where you're making your money and your opportunity there. Now, I'm not like saying that you can't drop that much, but again, it's important to understand like that isn't my mentality, right? That's not like my way of thinking of like, okay, we're gonna drop another 15%. Now, I do agree we start breaking some of these levels and like you don't look good. Like you get a death cross on the NASDAQ here. Like, again, I would be an idiot to say you look good. Like that's not good. That's bad news. You don't want to see a death cross on the NASDAQ. You already seen a death cross on what's happening here on SMH, which again, nobody's talking about. Very interesting. So again, it's important to be able to rationalize and kind of put things in different boxes and understand those things, but like also go to the mentality of like, okay, like how am I going to attack this? How am I going to make money off this? It's not as easy as saying like, do I think X, Y, and Z is going to happen? Because again, I could think all day long. Like that doesn't matter, right? What I think, like, as I've said a billion times here, dude, I just fucked up my mic. Yeah, wait, shit. Anyways, yeah, unscrewed it. So yeah, I could think a billion times over, like this opinion, that opinion, because it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. What matters is what's actively happening and the reaction that we're going to get from it. So that's my opinion. Tyler, I honestly think I already answered that. Tesla got that news last night. I posted on Twitter as well, if you guys follow me on Twitter. So this is really interesting from Tesla. Very, very interesting news out of Tesla overnight. Trump aides prep new. Oh, no. Wrong one. Oh, so Tesla got their first series of permits it needs for robotaxis. Now, I think this is a long way off. It's a long way off still, but like they're working on it right now. Pretty crazy. So has your stance changed on the outlook at FMC? Even with Reddit, I was looking at the downside, but now I'm wondering if there's upside potential. Again, dude, do what you gotta do, man. Do what you gotta do. Like I don't know how else to explain like what I've been saying here, guys. I can only say things so many times. There's not like I don't know. I really don't know. So I've explained my viewpoints of what's happening with FOMC. That's it, man. People want you to tell them what trade to take, how to trade, and how you want you to trade for them. They do. They really do. And again, like I'm very clear and adamant. Like this channel is not about that. Like again, like it's cool. Everybody loves me when I'm like, trades are going really well and I can't be wrong. And again, I tell you guys all the time, like you're gonna go through periods where like it's almost like you can't miss. You're on fire. You're trading amazing. You're sticking to your plan, whatever it may be. Right? It's awesome. But there's also gonna be periods of time when you're trading that like you're gonna miss. Like you're not gonna be able to hit anything. Like people in Discord have seen that for me as well. So like I'm trying to always be like honest and transparent about that viewpoint as well. But like again, like when people just ask me like, hey, is this changed? And I'm like, dude, I posted a video last night. I posted like I don't know what else you're gonna say. Like I've said the same thing 20 times. At the end of the day, like if you have no confidence in what you're trading and what you're playing, then like you have no business playing it. If you don't like to play, don't do it. Like just because I trade something doesn't mean that you need to trade it as well. And I'm telling you this all seriousness. Stop just blindly listening and following people on YouTube and Twitter. You're going to lose all your money, like including myself. Like use this as indicators because at the end of the day, like we control our own risk. Like if I like see a play and I don't like it, I'm like, I'll just cut it. I don't care. I don't want it anymore. Right? Like again, me going into a play that's worth like $1.50 a contract on Reddit is pennies on the dollar for me, right? I just had a fucking insane month on futures. Like, so upping my risk in certain areas makes sense to me. Like those plays are like what makes sense. So yeah. Just react to FMC gives us anything before that is a gamble. I agree. There's a way, and Tyler can know JPal says react. It's the same thing every Fed meeting. I just got my 190 Amazon put yesterday, right at 190. Thanks for your levels, Tyler. Yeah, Amazon's been a banger, dude. Like it's just been like so good, like under the 200 SMA. It really has been. I think it was a little bit of a gamble going short just because the market was bouncing, but just looking at the chart, it was a good level. So, good morning. What are your thoughts on healthcare? Healthcare's been kind of pulling back, I thought. Well, you were pulling back last week into the end of the week and you bounced back. So, yeah, you're staying at the 200 SMA. I don't know what you're doing in healthcare, to be honest. You're bouncing back. Big level here. Big level. Yeah. I'm not interested in healthcare here, to be honest. Sorry. It's a lot of stuff here. What do you do for taxes on your futures gains? Well, if you're using a prop firm, you're W-9. So you're like, I think based off the tax documents that I receive, this is me, right? So I'm being taxed as an independent contractor. You need to understand this. I'm not being taxed as a trader from prop firm gains. And I don't think people understand this. Now, I get some people don't pay taxes. Like, again, if you don't make money, you don't pay taxes, obviously, right? So I want to make this very clear. This is the most beneficial, awesome thing about trading futures, especially with the prop firm. People don't like prop firms. Some people like think they're a scam. I don't know. I've already showed you guys the payouts. Like, literally showed I got paid out like $22,000 last month from Top Step. Alone Top Step. Not my fund of futures, nothing else. That was just Top Step, right? I don't like I have affiliate links too with my fund of futures, so like I don't like to like mix those because I don't want to ever be called a liar or anything like that. So I'm careful, right? Because I just don't ever want someone to come at me, right? Shout out to Patrick Wheelan. That guy's come at your neck, dude. So you got to be very careful what you post. But you literally like yeah. So anyways, this is just for instance for me on the year, right? If I was trading just futures, I'd probably get taxed around 30% minimum on all my gains, 30 to 35, probably more. That's minimum. Understand that, right? You are going to get charged way less on futures gains. There's way better tax benefits on short-term trading than trading short-term options trading. Just letting you know right now. But go talk to your tax professional. But whereas when I'm using a prop firm, I'm W-9, whatever it may be, you need to understand. I'm getting W-9. So for me, I can put all of that under my S corp. That's for me. I'm not Not an LLC. LLC is stupid. You're still taxed as an individual. You get no benefits at all. So LLC is dumb, right? So you move from an LLC to an S corp. When you're an S corp, you can W2 yourself. Your tax rate will drop from around whatever percent it was at. I think I was getting taxed. I think my first year as an LLC, I had no dependents. I think I was getting taxed 40%. 40%, people, 40%. I went from 40 down to like, I should drop down to like 12 to 10%. I do have 2 dependents. So that's worth mentioning. But anyways, it adds up a lot. So, but again, if you're not making money, then it's like the least of your concerns. The main concern to be, okay, let me nail down my strategy. Let me hone in on what's going wrong. Let me focus on that first. Like, then the other stuff you can tweak and fix. But yeah, so how long I've been trading prop? So I started messing around with it at the beginning of last year, and I didn't have any success because, again, I think trading prop firms trading futures in general is a different game than trading options. You're just trading the chart. You don't have to worry about any Greeks, nothing like that. But I would say I started making money off of futures, and like I really got back into it around when I moved out of me and Ali moved out of our apartment, and we were actually staying at her parents while they finished building our house for like the month of August. So from August into September, and that thing was funded in September, my first month, and then that's when I started making money off of it. I'd have to go look back at when I posted the first gains on Twitter. So that's when I'd have to go look. So yeah. And I don't even do it as efficiently as you could do it. I will say that. Like, I don't have a bunch of accounts. So, yeah. What's my thought on CVX? Chevron? Yeah. I don't know how Chevron's how Chevron's moving. Because I know Trump is being pretty hard on them with what they're doing in Venezuela right now. I have no idea about this stock, to be honest. I have no clue. I mean, it looks good. Looks like he's trying to break out of 160. I have no idea. Sorry, I can't help you here. Just Google it. Hey, if you have questions on taxes and stuff, man, I just told you all my benefits, what I'm doing. Go just Google, like, or better, if you're doing your taxes, go pay a tax professional. Like, I don't first of all, it's a write-off. Second of all, like, they're gonna show you and tell you everything and answer all your questions. Even if you just do it 1 year, like, don't be cheap. Don't be cheap. I think I paid like fucking $800 for my taxes this year, which I pay more. I have a business. I have stuff with Jordan. I have all this other shit. So yeah, don't be cheap. Do not be cheap. MicroStrategy. Well, Bitcoin's bouncing into the 200 again, so I'd be careful. But below 281, 280, I think it's a short. Do you have a way to get funded fast on Top Step 150K? Again, I think if you're new, I don't think Top Step is the move. You're going to pay double what you have to pay, just to let you know. So like, and again, I don't use I use 50K accounts on Top Step, but yeah. So like, even a 50K account's going to cost you $200 total on Top Step. Just give you a ballpark view of like how much it's going to charge you. My funded futures, I think it's like $90 for a 50K account. Yeah, so I would go with the $90 one. Tradeify also is pretty cheap as well. So those are the two I would use. And I think the 50K accounts make the most sense. And do I have a way to get funded fast? Yeah. Win trades, follow the levels. That's all you have to do. You do anything else, then congratulations. Tesla review. Apex isn't that cheap. Apex is more expensive. It's like, $30 for your first account and then $140 to do whatever. And you have like a trailing intraday loss. Like, that's brutal as well. So I think for most new people, you're going to fail a lot of accounts on Apex. But you can do what you want to do. But I think Apex is, once you get better, you switch over to Apex, you can have a bunch of accounts and scale them. But the 30% drawdown, things like that are tough. Question real quick. What time is it? It's 8:06. I need to make I have to do this real quick. Shit. I've been yapping this morning. But 50K account feels harder to get $200 a day. Why? Doesn't make any sense. You need to understand too, like, someone made a video on it. I think it was Daniel Inskeep, but yeah. No, I don't know. Do what you gotta do, man. Do what you gotta do. It's all up to you, man. You can trade the same amount for each account, so You can scale a little bit higher, but you don't need to be trading 5 minis. Again, this is what I recommend for anybody and everybody. If you're trading prop firms or anything like that, start with a small account, do one account, prove to yourself that you can do it, then scale up from there. Stop trying to buy 5, 10 accounts, thinking the best way to make. Again, posted this last night. This is exactly for prop firm people too. You think about everything that's gonna happen after and in between, right? Oh, I'm gonna make a bunch of money. This is what my life's gonna be like. You don't focus on how you're gonna get better. You don't focus on how you're gonna win. You don't focus on being accountable. You don't focus on anything except everything that's gonna come from it. So, yeah. So, I'm telling you, if you go into futures with that mentality, like you're just going to burn through accounts, which is fine. Like do what you want to do, but. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. Is this a pre-market low? Is your pre-market low? My levels are all jacked up right now. I'll tell you that. No. Right here. Pre-market lows right there. Okay. VWAP. You're above VWAP. Not bad. So I actually don't think that's going to be the level anymore. I don't think that's going to be the level. I really think this is going to be more the level 19.92. Because you broke that and that shit fucking crumbled. Yeah, I think 19.2 is going to be more of a bitch to get through. Personal opinion. That's what I'd be looking at. Cool. Telling you. Even Jay did it. Like that's what Jay did. Like don't even understand. Jay, when he started on Top Step recently, he did not go buy 5 accounts. He bought one account. He failed. Then he passed. Then he got his first payout for like $600. He was just testing it out. And he was like, oh wait, I can make money off this. It's working. Then he got 2 more accounts, got those funded. Then he got 2 more accounts. He had 5. Like now he has 5 accounts. He's probably gonna withdraw like $7K in a few days. Like I'm telling you, like there's no secret recipe. It's slow and steady. Like that's the name of the game. I'm trying to tell y'all. Like I'm thinking. Me and Jay were talking about it. I've been heavily thinking about it. We have a free Discord that we just kind of closed because it wasn't getting any traction and it wasn't like there just wasn't a lot going on in there. I'm heavily thinking about restarting that free Discord up, and it's just gonna be centered around futures. And yeah, that's basically it. I mean, obviously we won't post in there a lot. It's really up to the community about keeping it going and keeping it like popping. Like we might do occasional like free webinars in there and like some education shit. But yeah. But like that's the thing. It's just like it just wasn't getting the traction. People just weren't like just wasn't getting comments or it was just like I'm not able to like just sit in there all day. Again, like a lot of stuff that we're trying to do, like we made a lot of 2023 was our focus was free content, and a lot of that was like built on like things that you guys could get, and then like there was you guys would also respond to. So like there's a few things we had to stop doing just because it wasn't getting the reaction that we wanted it to. You can have 5 trading accounts, like, but more than the one overall account, no. That was a good rundown. Good rundown. Good rundown. Tell them about the lockout feature, Twin. Yeah, you can like. That's another thing too. You can lock out your Discord. I mean, you can lock out your Top Step, which I do all the time. But me and Jay have also talked about maybe doing like live streams too. Some of our trade. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard too because like there's cool ideas we have, but it comes down to like us having the time to do it, right? Like doing this live stream in the morning, right? I mean, it's a big ask for me because like honestly, I don't really want to do this live stream in the morning, but like I've been thinking about just better ways to engage with the community, and like this, I think the pre-market live is just the best way. Personally, like gives you, and I think it gives you the most value. Like doing a midday live didn't give you as much value, in my personal opinion. So I think this is just better. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, we can have all the great ideas we want, but it's like being able to follow through and commit with them. That's the biggest problem right now. So yeah, being able to cash like this is increased tenfold. Yeah. But yeah, so anyways, if y'all want to use the link for My Fun and Features, the link is down below as well. I actually didn't have the banner on. Look at that. Starter Plus, 25% off. You're welcome. Code Hefe. But yeah, so do what you gotta do. I need to make this chart as well. ES chart's pretty gross. Not a fan. Say out loud, Tesla Q1 results are likely going to be miserable. Feel like they're a big opportunity ahead. Maybe. I'm not really. I could really care. I mean, delivery numbers for Tesla, like again, if rates are high, people are spending less money. They're probably not going to be buying a bunch of Teslas. Common sense. But yeah, till Friday, all options are going to expire. That's why volume is so low. Volume is low because FOMC is today. Go look historically at every single FOMC session and go look at the previous 2 days. Yes. Again, this is a common issue. What people think is that because you have an OPEX day, that this destroys all volume before that. So we start, and what this is it's again, I'm not trying to be mean, but it's just like it's stupidity on social media that gets just leaks down. Like it's like when you water a plant and the water just like falls out from underneath it. Like that's what's happening here. Is these really stupid people on social media say really stupid shit that have a little bit of merit. It's like a little bit of merit with nothing else. And then everyone just blindly believes it. So instead of believing that FOMC, which is the most important situation right now because of what's happening with Donald Trump and tariffs, instead of emphasizing that being the big reason for everything happening this week, we're now putting it on OPEX day. Do you see the issue? Like, do we see the issue? I'm just saying. Just saying. Dude, Dow, what a clean chart too. You went a little bit over our level here, but dude, what a clean freaking chart. You break below 41.8, it's gonna be nasty. So yeah, Fed will send markets under the ground. Ukrainio TV. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, no, for sure, Alpha. Yeah. Problem is, people in Discord, like, man, I get me and Jay, like, we can shit talk a lot, but people just don't ask. People don't ask a lot of questions. People are kind of relative quiet. I mean, I get it. I mean, like, Discord's pretty direct. Like, you have your levels, like, everything's right there for you. But yeah, this is definitely the best way to get like clear questions. People are like, if I want to get roasted, I want to get roasted in front of everybody, not just a few. I'm like, all right, fair enough. But yeah, no. So far though, it hasn't been bad. I'm being pretty lazy. Like with waking up early, I kind of hate it. Waking up at 7:30. Well, really, I wake up at 7. So yeah. Hey, so I have a question for you. I noticed Spy is some unusual. Okay, so this guy, Awesome Vivek, I saw your DM on Twitter. Yeah, so I'll answer this question in a second. So I noticed Spy has unusual volume, buying and selling patterns close, and that volume is greater than the other volume candle during the day. I've been noticing that for 1 week plus. I have no idea what you're even talking about, really, to be honest, Vivek. I looked at your pictures that you sent me too. I have no idea. I feel like I'm with Scooby-Doo solving like a mystery or something. I have no idea what's happening. Again, I saw your message on Twitter. I'm not ignoring you, but like, yeah, like I got no idea what I'm looking at. Like, just focus on the charts, man. Like, again, this is the issue. This is the major issue, guys. I'm trying to tell you guys. Is instead of focusing on key levels, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't focus on anything else, but instead of getting one thing down, right? But instead of getting the basics, the fundamentals down, we move on and we start to grab all these other things. You see what I mean? And it's like volume, or it's not even just volume. It's options volume. It's this on SPY, and I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Just let's slow down. Let's just slow down and understand what's happening with the levels. Like, let's just, like, if you looked at SPY, and again, I think we go through this mentality of I have to take 30 trades a day. I got to take 30 trades a day. But if you look at SPY, very simple chart. Coming into 200 SMA, rejecting, and bear flagging. The end. Like, that's just SPY. Like, I mean, I don't like to just chart SPY. You're also below your major level back here. So again, I'd be watching that. But like, if we just focus on the basics, we get those things down, it makes everything easier. But instead, we try to overcomplicate, find hidden strat. Like, just like there's nothing hidden out there, guys. So do what you gotta do, man. My roasting you, I'm just telling you, I'm trying to make your life easier. So instead of focus on the hidden secret strategies, focus on what works, what's repeatable, the end. All right, guys, I gotta hop out of here. 10 minutes till market open. I appreciate you. Have a good one, traders. I'll be